Friday we had a big correction in the indexes where the indexes went down a lot. So let's see what stocks are holding up well during this particular correction. In order to do that, let's go to TC 2000. And when we look at TC 2000, I'm looking at US common stocks, American depository receipts, and in terms of liquidity, I'm looking for stocks which are traded 100,000 and price about $3. Now, we want to see stocks which went up during this particular time frame. Okay, the stocks which went up during this particular time period when the indexes themselves were making a move. So, what we are interested in is stocks which went up during this time period. How many of them are holding up well and how many of them already started turning? Yes, so in order to do that, what you're going to use is again custom date sort, and using custom date sort, we are going to select the period from here to here, and that's like when the market rallied, that's around 13.70%, and sort, and then add a column here. So now you sorted. Now during this particular period, when the market made a move or SPY made a move of say 14%, you had this stock which made 677% move. So these are the stocks which have momentum, and then we want to see which one of them are still holding on to their gain. As you can see, PGY has already given up half of its gain, right? And Bed Bath and Beyond, again, which was one of the big winners, given up the gain. So already stocks had started to deteriorate before this particular correction came in. Now here is the stock which is holding up well, right? So Rhythm is a stock which has not been affected by the selling so far. So that's the stock which is holding up relatively well. Similarly, this BSECAP is one holding up. So like this, I'm going to look at the top 100 stocks and see which one is holding up well. Now Carvana rallied and it's already ended up giving up. It's already in a downtrend, right? So this way you will know which stocks which are participating in this rally. This stock has already given up like almost 24%, so it's not really sure whether it is holding up or not. And that stock is a buyout, so whenever there's a flat line, that's a buyout. So this is a stocks which is still holding on well. Basically L was holding up, just little bit of selling yesterday. A lot of stocks are going to have, but like stock like this Tabla Rosa holding, they are basically holding up as of now. Always remember, relative strength doesn't mean anything. uh, when stock If the market starts going down, then what happens is initially few stocks will go down and slowly almost all stocks can go down. So this is a stock which is holding up really well, right? And while the market sold off yesterday, so many stocks were down. These stocks didn't participate at all in that kind of a downtrend. Array Technology, again another one which is holding up well. So the stock is holding up well. SCWO. Now the stock is holding up well, but it's already made a big move. So, and it's still holding up well. It was not affected by the selling. There is a stock which was not affected by the selling. Now this way, what you're looking at is a stock which participated in this particular move, and those are the one which are holding up relatively well. As you can see that most of these are going to be biotechnology stocks which are currently holding up well. So here you have an oil and gas stock which is holding up well. And you can do this for 100 stocks or you can do for 200 stocks, and that way you will know which stocks are not at all affected by the selling in the index. So this is as of now holding up. A lot of stocks which are holding up are also going to be selling off if the market has a real correction. So whenever there's a flat line, that's a buyout. So that's why I'm not looking at those stocks. Catalytic Pharma, so that's the one. CTV, right? LNY, as of now holding up. You never know what will happen. Plug Power, And as you can see, when you go through this, the good advantage of going through this way is that stocks which are making a move, many of them are already giving up 40-50% of their gains, right? And this stock is relatively holding up well, but again, Seike is holding up well. There is no tradable setup there, but RIP may be holding up. AMPS, right? And so I went through around 100 stocks. When you go through these 100 stocks, what you'll see is these are the stocks which are holding up. So Rhythm is holding up really well. BCAP is holding up really well. This already had some selling, so you can take that out of your watch list. This, okay, TRSC, okay, Karuna Therapeutics, ARI, SCWO, ATXS, Liquida, VRDN, Turn, Next, KLXC, WEV, GTXS, Maxon Solar, RXTX, CPRX, CTV, Alni, Plug Power, Vital, CK, CC, TRIP, AMPS. Those are the stocks which are holding up well. So now, if you want to, like, and I say, put an alert, you can put an alert for this particular stock in case it starts to break out. So it's trading at 23.99 and you want to see an alert. If it starts going up at say $24.25, right? And 25 cents, if you want to, you can set an alert here and set alert, price alert, and set a price alert for when it goes to 24.25, it will alert you. And that way, if there is a breakout or attempted breakout, you can get into it. Similarly here, you can set an alert. So for not all the stocks here, but for few stocks, you can set up an alert in case. I'm just going to set up an alert of like around 25 cents kind of a thing. They go up, or 9.25, the stock goes up, then I want to know. Now these are not really setting up well, but this Karuna Therapeutics is setting up well again. So I can set an alert here. Price alert, because those are looking very nice. So I can set up an alert on this. This is a $260 stock, so just setting it up at like 25 cents may not be a very good idea. So I'm going to set it up at around 260.75, right? And so it will be up around 60 cents, and that way. So not all of them, but only few of them which are going sideways and likely to break out, like this VRDL. I can set an alert here, price alert, and I know now if there is these stocks start breaking out or they show some strength, then I want to watch them for a possible entry if the market is going to recover or this next, right? And so you can set an alert here again, price alert. So I will set an alert around 875 on this. Now, because the market conditions are such that you don't want to be like an entering ahead of this breakout, but on many of these things, if the market conditions were not like currently what they are, I would have already entered stocks like this in anticipation of a breakout, right? So this way, you can find which stocks are holding up well, and then you can transfer these stocks into a watch list and create a watch list saying, look, and and then you can clean up this watch list every day and redo this thing. Similarly, you can look at what stocks are going down while this was happening. There are stocks which are making a move, there are stocks which are going down, right? And you can want to look at those stocks and see if there is a shorting opportunity. They're setting up for a short, and then you can like and do the same thing on those stocks also. So this is one of the ways in which you can like find stocks which are holding up well using which stocks participated in the rally and out of which stocks are holding up well. There is another way you can do this, and in order to do it another way, you can have a momentum indicator like TI65 is my favorite momentum indicator, which looks for a ratio of momentum basically, or ratio of two moving averages. So if I rank stock by this particular momentum ranking and do the same thing and look at stocks, 100 stocks which are holding up well, again you are going to see similar kind of a thing which is going to be happening in those stocks. Like you have this stock which is holding up relatively well, right? And you have B cap. And in this, when you're selecting, you can select the one which are only going sideways. That way you're not really selecting everything which is like this one requires a couple of days more according to me to set up, right? And see here KRTX, even this GTHX that's going sideways, right? Very good. So there I have a watch list which you can build to see if something starts rallying, then you can be in it quick. Obviously, because of the market conditions, I may not be interested in getting into many of the breakouts till the market conditions become good. But in case the market conditions become good, then you want to be ready. You don't want to be then wondering what is it that I'm going to be buying. This will already tell you what to buy, or you already are coming out with a watch list. And this is how you can create a watch list using this particular kind of a momentum. Now, if you are not interested in short-term trading, you're looking for like a longer-term kind of a thing, then you can create a longer-term momentum indicators and do the same task uh, for this particular period. So for that, like my favorite indicators are like for a 6 months momentum kind of a thing. You want to look at like say 6 months momentum. 6 months momentum is C divided by average C 126 because there are around 126 days. And if I rank by this momentum, then I get stocks which have 6 months momentum, right? Qualitatively, there is a difference between using a momentum which is just 65 days versus using a longer term momentum. You're going to get stocks which have a longer term basis when you use a longer term momentum. Obviously, this is on a wrong watch list. You need to do it on the same watch list. When we do it on the same watch list, you are going to find Rhythm is one of the stocks there, right? So on the same watch list, sorted by MDT, Alt, B cap. Some of these are already there, but you're going to find some which may not be shown by your TI65 kind of a scan, right? This may not show up in your TI65 or the earlier scan, but this is going sideways, was going sideways. So that's the kind of stocks which you will see. So using momentum and slicing and dicing momentum, like this is a stock. Now this is not on TI65, not ranked very highly, but here the stock is going sideways. So that is another stock which is holding up long, right? Dawson, again, that's another one. So you can create a watch list and have stocks ready as and when the market starts to rally, or the sometimes the stocks can still continue to rally while the market can correct, because those stocks have something going on for them, and as a result of that, those stocks are going to continue to rally even though market might be under correction. So this is one of the ways in which you can always create a watch list before the market opens. And if you have a watch list which is before the market opens and alert set, then whenever a stock starts to break out, you can be early and then start watching. And if there is a sign of like a breakout or a volume coming into that breakout, you can quickly enter. That way, you get much better entries, and you also get to put stops which are closer. The advantage of doing that is then your risk is going to be much lower. So always think about like how you can do as much work as possible before the market open and come ready for the market, because the more pre-work you do, the more risk reduction you can do, because you already then know where you're going to buy, how much you're going to buy, you can calculate how much to buy. So creating watch list using momentum burst or creating momentum ranking is one of the better ways to be ready for any eventuality in market.